There it is. It hangs in the balance, and it also hangs high above the ring. The 6 sides here at the Impact Zone. That's the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship belt. You take it down and you become the champion. But Don, before we get to that point, they're going to have to fight through tables, ladders, chairs, and chains, and here we go.
Oh, you make a great point right there, Mike. This is going to be brutal. For those of you out there, if you don't like violence, then I suggest you leave, because this will get violent. This will get nasty. They're going to use everything in their power. They're going to do whatever they can, and that belt is hanging. You know, from the top, up above these guys, it's going to take a ladder to get it down. Nice spear right there. Like Christian Cage.
And right to the offensive with right hand after right hand into the top of the head of the monster abyss. Interesting strategy from both men in the opening minute of the match. Christian goes for the unprettier. At the same time, Abyss tried to get him up in the rack. I'm sure on the way to a shock treatment move on the champion, Christian Cage, but neither successful. I think they went to the well a little bit too early. Look at him charge into the corner. That's 350 pounds that just sandwiched the champ against the turnbuckle.
You have to have a little bit different of a game plan in a match like this, because it's not about pinning and it's not about submitting. It's about getting up there and getting that belt down. And the problem is you get caught up in the moment, and sometimes you forget. You'll probably see somebody go for a pin attempt because it's reaction. It's what they... Oh, nice kick right there by Christian. Oh, that wicked ladder shot right into Abyss.
Great reaction by Christian. He sensed and saw that the monster Abyss was bringing a ladder towards the ring, and he cut him off. Drop kick right into the ladder. It momentarily took Abyss down to the floor, but look at the monster fight back.
Well, one thing, you've got to get that ladder into the ring if you're going to have a chance. And you can see Christian right there trying to get away, I think, catch his breath. And Abyss just slams his head right there on the mat.
This is actually the most important aspect of this match. It's wearing down your opponent to the point where, Don, they've been taken out of commission, and you have the ability then to position that ladder, get it into place, climb all the way up, tear down the belt, and walk away from Sacrifice's World's Heavyweight Champion. Great shot to the top of the head, and this just put the fist right into the head of the champion, Christian Cage.
I would think the strategy would try to be to somehow damage your opponent, get him outside of the ring so that he has no chance of stopping you on your trek to pulling the belt down. So you're going to see these guys sizing each other up, beating each other back, and then someone is going to have the kill shot to where it just sends somebody out where they can't get back in, and that's how it's going to get done.
The try at the back body drop by Abyss hurt him because Christian caught him with a kick. Then he's able to take Christian Cage over the top, and Cage lands.
Oh! What a shot! What a shot!
He lands on the apron, and yes, he told you about it as well as we did during the bullet points. The history that Christian Cage has in matches involving ladders, and he just used it right there. Caught Abyss unaware, and then takes him down to the floor. Great running clothesline as the follow move.
What a shot right there by the champion as he just nailed him right there with the ladder, and then just uses his body weight and sends him over. That's what you got to do. You got to get him on the outside and then find your way back in. Man, you know, talk about how Abyss can handle so much pain, but this is, like you mentioned, this is the type of a match that Christian loves. This is the type of thing where he can use his athleticism, so you wonder really who has the advantage in something like this.
The power edge, pretty evident here from the monster as Abyss just takes Christian and tossed him with ease over the safety rail. The challenger going to try and follow up on the advantage that he has. He's stalking the champ and got him up against the wall. Open hand shot, I believe, right into the chest. Christian going to try and fight.
Oh, what a shot! Christian slams his head into the wall.
Right here in the crowd at the Impact Zone at Sacrifice, the two combatants in the world title match fight it out right into the wall with the challenger. Christian senses now that he has a momentary advantage. He tries to follow up just as soon as he catches him with one right hand. Abyss stops him with a knee.
Nice knee shot right there by the monster Abyss. And, you know, it amazes me how well he can think on his feet when he's out there. He's just an incredible wrestler. You might not like him, you might not like James Mitchell, but you gotta respect what this guy will do. And this is his chance. You know, he's been I won't even call him a fake champion because we never even considered him one because he had possession of the belt. But this is his chance to really become a champion tonight. This is a chance for the monster
And now he's going to stack the ladder up in front of Abyss. Right hand. A couple of shots right into the top of the head. Ladder position in place. Here comes the champ.
Oh, man, right on top of him there. Just crushes him with that ladder.
And then take into account that the guy that just flung that ladder right in your face is 6 feet 8, 350 pounds. Was that Mitchell? Of course it was. Steel chair put into play by James Mitchell. And, you know, we talked about champion and challenger. We haven't talked too much once the match started about that X factor at ringside, and that's James Mitchell.
Well, I mean, we know that chairs are legal. We know that tables are legal. We know the ladders and chains. But when you have somebody helping you, pulling them in there for you, it makes your job a lot easier if you're Abyss. It's a great advantage he has right there with Mitchell at ringside.
Series of reversals and counters, and then the float over by Christian. Follow up with the chops in the chest. And there goes Abyss into the corner. Oh!
Right there. I mean, crushed him.
Mitchell and Abyss, their game plan goes awry as they tried to use the steel chair to weaken the champion. Instead, Abyss goes head and face first into the chair, and now we're going to see a first climbing attempt. Christian's got the ladder in place, title belt hanging above, and hangs in the balance, going to try and bring it down.
Looks like he did quite.
He's close, reaching out. He's got his hands touching it. But see, this is the position you put yourself in, Don, when you don't take that belt down. He will land on his feet amazingly, but then Abyss drops him with a big boot.
He had his eye out for Abyss. He knew he was coming. The problem he had right there was he didn't get the ladder lined up properly so he could just grab it. He was too far away from it by having to reach over. It gave Abyss enough time to come over there and bring him down.
That has to be a learning experience for both men, Don, if you think about it. Where exactly to position the ladder, especially when you see the championship belt swinging back and forth like it is above the ring. Yes, Christian Cage has a lot of experience in matches similar to this, but none of them inside this six-sided ring.
It gives you a different perception of where you are in the ring because it is a hexagon.
He's going to try and suplex Abyss over into the ladder, but no luck. Look out.
Look at him fight this off, though. He gets that leg up there to block it. Christian trying to keep from going into that ladder. Here he goes. Oh! And Abyss just sends him right over, right on top of it, and look at him finding it down.
We talked about exploiting the size advantage, and here it is. Look at this power. Pure power is what it took right there. Christian charged at him. Abyss took him overhead, and a bad landing back right into the ladder.
Great counter right there by Abyss, you got to admit. I mean, he just set him up, and I mean, Christian is still writhing in the middle of the ring right there in pain, and you see Abyss going over, grabbing two tables and setting him up. You can see that Mitchell is guiding him. What he wants to do is somehow get Cage into those tables, and that'll give him the opportunity he needs to climb up and grab the belt.
Another advantage that the challenger Abyss has with Mitchell at ringside is it's that extra set of eyes. He can communicate in some way, and he's been that one individual that has been able to communicate with the monster Abyss and let him know just exactly what kind of condition and shape that Christian Cage is in. We've often talked about the tunnel vision that Abyss has. We're seeing it on display here. He's got tables stacked up, two of them outside, side by side, now taking a third table and sliding it into the ring.
And he obviously has a plan, and he's getting everything set up the way he wants. Christian Cage has got to get to his feet here. He's got to find a way to get the momentum back on his side, because you can only go through so many tables. You can only take so many chair shots and keep going. It doesn't matter who you are.
Christian Cage slowly making his way to his feet. Abyss senses now that he's got him weakened and takes him up, going to try for a powerbomb through the table, but Christian Cage fights him off. Right hands to the top of the head.
You can see he got himself turned around there so that, oh man, into the turnbuckle, he just fell like a stone. I mean, he hit with such force, he just fell back down. You can see the champion, you see referee Wagner behind there, the champion trying to get to his feet, but that one shot he took on the ladder hurt him.
Fired off directly into the corner turnbuckles by the challenger. Abyss takes the champ, Christian Cage. Gonna toss him right up across the ladder and measure him and come across the ring. Christian able to move out of the way, and Abyss just crashed right over the ladder.
Well, it was almost like Christian acted like he was hurt more than he was
I think you're right
there. Set himself up on that ladder, and Abyss fought. That's something I think for James Mitchell's got to let Abyss know, hey, don't fall for that. Because now look at this, Christian taking that ladder and using it like a weapon the way he wants.
Shots with the ladder to Abyss, then rolls him over, positions him in place just the way he wants it.
Here he goes.
Christian Cage from the top.
Oh, man, he missed the frog splash, Mike, and creamed himself. Ow!
Wow, what a bad landing that was by Christian Cage. Frog splash attempt, and he went chest first right into the steel ladder.
Oh my gosh, it was a wicked shot. And now you heard the chain being rattled as Abyss pulls it out. Oh man, that is just, that knocked the wind out of you. You got to consider the pain. And
look out.
Oh, he moved out of the way. Man, that was a wicked shot he threw with that chain though.
Swinging the steel chain. Christian able to move out of the way and now drives Abyss right into the table. Gonna take him again. Where's he gonna send him now? Apron, face first. And now the champ's got the chain. Christian Cage got the steel chain, and yes, it's legal. It's Full Metal Mayhem. It's all legal. He's got it wrapped around his neck. How about this?
Payback right here. Look at this. If you see the champion pulling back on the neck right there of Abyss, and he's got to feel good. This is his chance to get a little payback on the monster Abyss. And look at this. He's pulling him up, and you can see Mitchell trying to prod him with that cane hand.
Oh, God, we talked about...
Oh, what a shot! What a move by Abyss!
Never expected that, did you? I never saw that one coming either, and I'm sure Christian Cage did. Again, that 100-plus pound edge that he has, the strength and power advantage is on display, my God.
He got the leverage, and he just sent him flying,
and
man.
did you notice, look at this, when he crashes into the table, he also crashes down into a steel chair, which was on top of the table.
What a shot right there. And this is a chance. This is what I talk about. You get the guy knocked out outside the ring, and you have a clear path to go up there and grab this belt.
But just when it looked like there was retribution for Christian Cage from that sick hanging last month at Lockdown, he had the chain wrapped around the neck of Abyss, but Abyss has turned this baby in his favor, and he's close to the belt. He's got his fingers on it.
Wait a minute.
Christian's in the ring. There's a steel chair shot.
Just not enough right there for Abyss to get up there and get it. And now you see Christian going up there with him because he knows that belt is right there on Abyss's side. He's got to fight for everything he's got. Now he goes for it.
Champion and challenger fighting from the top of the ladder and just reaching up. Who's going to take down the belt and walk out of Sacrifice?
Oh, go flying there. The rope stopped the ladder, and both of them somehow able to stay inside the ring.
Even look at the back of Christian as he crashed down on the apron. It was a bad landing. Did you see the way his legs, Don, made contact with the ring ropes? And you can see that he's favoring the knee. You saw the welts and marks across his back.
I want to see right here what you're talking about.
Watch the landing with the ring ropes.
Right, he got himself caught right inside the ropes. This gives Abyss a chance, and you can see right there, Mitchell had something, didn't he?
I'm guessing that's that bag.
Oh, he's got the
I'm
bag
guessing
of
it's the
tax.
bag of tax.
Why not?
On you more than one occasion. Mitchell in.
What's he telling him to do? Just go ahead and finish him off, throw him in the tax, and he can just climb up and grab it.
And now he's got there they come. He's spreading them out inside the ring. Mitchell going to use his cane to spread them out even more. And you know that they're trying to turn the tack side up.
Oh, absolutely. The more that you can get to hit, the more damage it's going to do to Christian Cage. But they're taking too long. He's setting him up. He hits the unprettier right on the ladder. Look at Abyss. He's writhing in pain. Wait a minute. Oh, Mitchell is caught wide open.
If you can read lips, you know what kind of position Mitchell's in.
Can he do it?
Can he put him in the tax?
He flips him out. Yes! They just slammed him right down to the tax. This crowd just going nuts. Wow, is that getting payback right there?
Right it is.
That had to feel so good to Christian.
You stalked the man's wife. You tried to drown him. You tried to hang him. And the
He's going to pull it down. And he is the champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Impact Plus Sacrifice main event of the evening. A one-fall unification match for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship and the Impact World Championship. Your referee is Brian Hebner, and your participants in the corner to my left, the defending TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Moose. His opponent in the corner to my right, he is the defending Impact World Champion from Baltimore, Maryland, Rich Swann.
D'Lo Brown, break this down for me. It's not unprecedented in our sport, but it is few and far between a match of this magnitude with the stakes so high.
Yeah, they don't come along too often, but right now you look at Rich Swann looking at the Impact World title, and he knows what it means. He doesn't even want to let it up. This is about unifying two championships, bringing two halves of a whole back together. And right there, look at that. Look at all the gold. That's what's on the line right now.
Both wrestlers bone dry, although it looks as if Rich Swann is taking heavier breaths. Moose poised and ready. From the athletic side of things, Moose definitely has an advantage.
By far, Moose is the superior athlete, but do not underestimate Rich Swann and his dedication and will to win. Right there, drop kick right off the bat.
Rich Swann in with a head of steam. So much emotion has been brought to this night, this moment right here.
And see Moose force Swann back in the corner, but Swann smartly got that foot up, and now Moose charging again, another boot. Swann going up high.
Ooh.
Oh, go to hell.
Wait a minute there, was trying to run a Moose out, but Moose way too strong. This early in the matchup, went for a pump kick. Rich off of the ropes and gets caught.
Cross body right now, and Moose has got Swann right where he wants him.
Whoops. You saw the way Rich was able to base and get off and take advantage of Moose's anger there. Rich Swann commands the ring.
Rich Swann diving out, no, lands on the apron. Oh, big back kick, nice.
You know, Moose has moved away from the outlandish and become more hyper-focused. And that, to me, makes Moose far more dangerous than he was, say, a year ago.
You see that kick right on the button, Moose? Oh. Moose gets to catch again. What's he gonna do with Swann?
That could be a turning point early in the match.
Yeah, I mean, that's a momentum killer. That's your head right into that ring post. That is steel. And now Moose is rocking. Oh, Swann with another one. Moose is taking 2 ring posts in a row.
Now, if Moose is rocked early on, it changes everything. The game plan goes completely out the window.
Oh, that's a 3rd ring post. Moose has got to be rocked.
You have now Moose down on a knee outside of the ring, completely disoriented. You have Rich Swann now, who has to level the playing field, rolls in to break the count. Rich Swann came into this match with a plan, D'Lo Brown.
The plan was to disorientate Moose and try to get the flash knockout. You can see that Rich Swann is trying to be aggressive. He wants to end this and end it early.
Oh! Moose pulled himself up to his feet, and Swann was trying to ascertain where Moose's head was at, for lack of a better term, and Moose took advantage.
Yeah, that hot shot right there on the ropes, that's deadly because that's that rope going right at your neck. And now Moose is trying to gather his thoughts and shake the cobwebs out of his head, get back on game plan.
This is going to be the ebb and flow of the match. As Moose has a chance to convalesce and recover, now Moose is back on the attack. I expect this to be the majority of the match until Rich Swann can do something from which Moose cannot recover. Does Rich have that type of weapon?
Of course he does. Have you seen his offense? Rich Swann can do a lot of things, but right now, Moose is exerting his will. Look at him pulling the hair. This is a message. He's sending a message right now. He's just trying to hurt Swann.
There was so much on the line. Moose has seen so many curveballs in the past few weeks. Scott D'Amore comes out and officially recognizes the TNA title. And then Scott D'Amore turns things around again and makes a unification match. And then throw Kenny Omega into the mix. Rebellion, April 24th, right around the corner. It has to inform strategy.
Yeah, both strategies of both wrestlers have been changed dramatically. You know, now you got to think a lot. You got to think about not only this match, but what it means, implications going forward. How can you, single hair Bia, wow. My God.
Moose is going to enjoy a power advantage over most champions in our sport. I know I'll get some clap back for that, but you have to start thinking of these matchups because I think that's where we're heading in some regard. Unification is the first step.
Moose, right there's an example of Moose's power. Moose just threw Swann across the ring, face first, chest first into the turnbuckle, knocking Swann straight to the canvas, but smartly Swann rolled out to the floor to create some space, but Rich is hurting right now. Rich is hurting a lot.
Pointed out at the top of the match, Moose barely had a glisten upon him. Rich Swann was bone dry. Moose now is starting to cook. You can see once the sweat comes, it's called overheating, but it's not. Athletes know it. Once we start to sweat, that's when we get going, right?
Yeah, it's called a lather. It's when you get that sweat going, you want that because now your muscles are relaxed. You're in a state of, think of it like a race car getting that engine warmed up.
Rich Swann needs an opportunity here, and he may have just created it there. Basement drop kick lowers Moose's base, and Moose again down to a knee.
Swann trying to break Moose down, kicking out that leg repeatedly. Oh my God!
360 rotation off the back body drop. Rich Swann landed face and chest first.
Look at this, the strength of Moose. What starts on the back body drop rotates Swann 450 degrees, completely round.
I don't like to hear that from an athlete. All right, I'm about wins and losses and titles and opportunities. I just want to hurt you now means that you're not thinking, to me.
Don't sell Moose short. Just because he says he wants to hurt you doesn't mean he's not out there thinking. He is thinking every step of the way. Now, right now, he might be going a little too far because he can lose his world title on a DQ.
But there are rules, and a match of this magnitude shouldn't be ruined, and Brian Hebner is the perfect guy to be there to force Moose to actually have to wrestle, which Moose happens to be incredibly well-versed at doing.
And that's the thing that a lot of people dislike about Moose. They see this incredible 5'2" athlete, this specimen, a man looks like he's chiseled out of granite, a man athletically gifted, a man that is a superior pro wrestler, and yet he takes these dirty tactics.
But does Moose know that he can beat Rich Swann?
You know, that remains to be seen, but right now, we know Moose can beat Rich Swann up, and by the end of the match, we'll find out who can beat who.
Moose remembers what Rich Swann did to him earlier in the match, ramming him into 3 of the 4 ring posts.
And right there, those guardrails around the ring, they are a weapon, they are steel, and Moose is using it to his advantage right now. He is going to punish. Is he pulling the hair again? Is he pulling the hair? Look at him, he's pulling the hair around those guardrails. Come on, Moose. You can see the pain on Rich Swann's face. Listen to him scream. Oh my God, it's a primal scream.
This becomes hard to watch, D'Lo. I'm not above admitting that.
It is very hard to watch. Watching one man brutalize another. Oh.
But it goes beyond that. It's difficult to watch knowing what Rich has been through, knowing that his whole entire life has been a struggle from that cold day in February 1991 when he was born all the way to now. He's just, the cards has been dealt. I don't know.
Please do not undersell Rich's ability to come from underneath. From day one, he's been fighting underneath, and I don't doubt that at some point he's going to, like right here, he is showing he's still alive. He is showing he's still got fight in him. He's showing he is still the Impact World's champion.
You know, in no way am I underselling it. I'm feeling for Rich Swann. It's hard to watch. I understand him. I don't think Rich Swann ever thought 15 years ago that one day he'd be competing to be the unified world champion with an opportunity to go on to wrestle Kenny Omega. I don't think Rich Swann ever knew that, but hey, listen, the plans of man are folly. Moose is the guy that seemed to be predetermined, destined to be here.
Moose was destined to be here the day he was conceived. That's how great and how good of a hand Moose has been given.
The abdominal stretch, a submission hold, grinding into the ribs.
See right there, see how Moose is putting that fist and now the point of the elbow in there? That's kind of separating the ribs a little bit, making it difficult for Swann to breathe.
Also, notice how Moose has the back of his hand against Swann. It allows Moose to use his forearm to control Moose while Moose can get maximum leverage on the elbow.
Great control technique there.
Up.
Look, Swanee.
Yeah, he caught it out there. Moose took advantage. I'm sorry, Rich Swann took advantage of a mistake that Moose made. We talked about where Rich Swann has come from. Maybe it's not about drop toe holds and arm drag. Maybe it's about fighting.
Striker Swann is biting Moose's fingers. Oh, look at that. Swann just doesn't care. Boom, right hand. Oh my goodness.
I cannot discount what runs through the water in Baltimore. Rich Swann brings something that no one else can. Kenny Omega can't throw hands with Rich Swann. Moose can't throw hands with Rich Swann, but Moose certainly can overpower Rich Swann.
Oh, my goodness. Oh. Did you see Swann's body bend in half over Moose's knee? Wow.
Moose is just better. He's a better athlete, D-Lo. I'm sorry, I know you're gonna push back here, but come on.
No, I can't push back. Moose is a 5-tool player. He played 7 years in the NFL, and now he's competing at the highest level in the sport we both love. Of course Moose is the better athlete, but Swann wants to win, and that is the wild card.
There's gonna have to be that, and maybe more, to become unified world champion here tonight.
It's a dangerous place to be up here. This is no man's land. This is the high rent district. I don't know what they're thinking, but man, one slip, one fall.
Yep. Given what we know about Rich's injuries to his lower half, I can't think of a landing that's going to be good.
Who stops it? Oh no, oh no.
Wait a minute! Shift of the momentum!
Whoa, nice runner. And now Swanee has got this thing going back level again.
One move from high above, compounded by the distance, the elevation, however you want to look at it. Take a look at the pictures on your screen.
And look, you can see right there, Swann is trying to get some distance away from Moose, create some space so he can survey the area and see what he can try to accomplish next.
For Rich Swann, it's to get to his feet. A small goal, but it's one that he has achieved. Fists are clenched, and the champion stands in the middle of the ring against the champion.
And those jabs are all right on point. Moose is just absorbing them. Oh, back fist. My goodness. Do you hear the sound of that?
Where Moose's hands are, they're down.
They're down. That shows a sign of getting hurt. Oh, pinpoint kick to the back of the head. Oh, my goodness.
How much more is it going to take? What are they willing to sacrifice?
Oh!
Ow! Kick to the spine!
A little springboard to top, try to come up with something.
Look at that!
Oh, my God! What did I just see? Oh, my God!
Moose went for a step-up moonsault. Back again, look!
Look at this. Moose steps up. Rich Swann springs. Look at that! What timing!
No matter what happens here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, for me, that moment right there was worth it. There's nowhere else in the world I'd want to be. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Cover here, kick out on one!
Moose kicked out on one, said no!
Oh!
Moose Swann with a boot straight to the face.
Amazing action here.
These measured kicks, we've seen them. Did you see that? Just pinpoint right on Moose's jaw. Swann's going up.
Moose is flat out. Supine. Swann down on him. Two. No.
Oh, man. Whoa, that was close. Wow, I thought that was it.
The rotation and the force.
Look at this. Swann, 450. And I thought we had 1, 2, but no. Moose said, not tonight, brother. Not tonight. Oh, my goodness. Now, where's Swann going? Is Swann going back up top? You know, I've seen him do this before. He's going for the 450 off the top now.
Outside of some kind of quick roll-up, what other weapon does Swann have? He has to take to the air to beat Moose.
Oh, and look right there, Moose knowing that if he hit the rope, he would drop Swann down, and Swann would hit that turnbuckle at a not too happy place.
After what we saw with Finjuice shocking the Good Brothers and taking the titles off of them, I don't want to assume anything now. To me, everything win probability remains 50-50 until the 3 count.
Look at that right hand of Swann. He's holding on to that turnbuckle. Look, see right there? And that's counteracting the leverage. Moose cannot take Swann over for the superplex, allowing Swann to get some shots in.
Yeah, Swann did a little shift in his body there just to try to get enough weight to resist the strength of Moose. And look at the position.
And Moose just groggy right now. Look at those overhand rights, clubbing Moose in the back of the head.
Swann has to get Moose off of that. There's only one way down for Rich Swann, and it's through Moose.
Swann is biting, proving he will do anything to retain this championship, anything to become Unified World Champ.
There it is. The separation that Rich Swann needs as an athlete to excel over his opponent here, to become the Unified World's Champion, to go on to Rebellion April 24th. Rich Swann may be moments away.
But Striker, look, Swann can't capitalize on it. Swann is too hurt right now. He is literally prone at top turnbuckle there. He cannot muster up the strength for an offensive move.
The spotlight of history waits for no one. If Rich Swann misses this opportunity, he will regret it for the rest of his life.
Rich Swann is going to take any chance, and here he goes. He's loading up for something. Swann, he's getting ready.
He waited too long. He missed his opportunity. Look
oh, my goodness, what the?
Fall away moonsault slam from Moose.
Look at the athleticism. Moose climbs right up. Fall away moonsault. Look at this.
Gosh, Swann is lucky that Moose didn't land on top of him into a 3 count. And there it is. One arm. Is it enough? No. No.
Yeah, just that extra second or two right there is what cost Moose to win. If Moose had fell right on top in the moonsault position, in literally a pinning position, we might have had a winner right there.
Look, the facade of Moose may be cracking.
And look, Striker, Moose is saying to himself, you can literally see it, what do I have to do? I've hit Rich Swann with my best, and he keeps kicking out. What do I gotta do to win this match?
D'Lo, Moose is in his own head here. This can't be good.
No, Moose he's perplexed right now. He does not know what to do. Every plan he has laid out has gone awry. Moose right now is struggling with how to beat Swann.
If Moose would rely on his instincts, Moose can go on to Rebellion, and who knows where from then. And who knows where he can take this company.
Uh-oh. Well, Moose has figured something out. He's setting up for the spear.
Here we go. It's called Lights Out for a reason, because when they come back on, there is a new reality before you. Moose on his way in. Swann out of the way. Remember the hard hits on the outside that Moose took on the ring post.
Yeah, that all builds up over time. That all takes damage up, but now Moose is setting up again. He's setting up again. Here he goes.
Swann is using the space between the two as an advantage. And look where Swann has gone to, and look what is waiting.
Almost into the chair.
Perfect opportunity. Can he get him down? Is Moose on it? No.
Moose just grabs him. Moose charge.
Crucifix, shoulders down, roll through, stack. 2. History has been made. He's done it. He's done it.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner and new Unified Impact Wrestling World Champion, Rich Swann.
Do you believe in miracles? Yes! Rich Swann is the new Unified World Champion!
Jay White, in just under 10 years, has become IWGP US Champ, Intercontinental Champ, Never Openweight Champion, and World Champion.
And look at the jaw-jacking right now between old friends, old rivals. A lot of time has passed. It's about who's the better wrestler right now.
Oh, and by the way, did I tell you, Jay White single-handedly sold out Madison Square Garden? Ask him yourself, I'll tell you.
As Gia Miller pointed out, Jay White's first match in New Japan Pro Wrestling was against Alex Shelley, and in fact, when White moved to America to continue to pursue pro wrestling, he lived in Detroit with Alex Shelley. first opportunities that White received here in America, you could argue, were because of his friend, his mentor, his trainer, Alex Shelley. Once upon a time, even teamed up with the Motor City Machine Guns, a former group called Search and Destroy. That's how close White was with Shelley.
Alex Shelley almost taking in Jay White in his early years on his excursion over here to America, which is a very important part of a lot of the young lions from New Japan Pro Wrestling. Part of their journey is to go on excursion to other countries like America, like Europe, like England, stuff like that. And Alex Shelley took Jay White under his wing.
Variety of standing switches there, and you can see all over the face of Jay White. Deep breath there, facing the veteran and Shelley. So maybe White a little thrown early?
No. Thrown is going too far there, Tom, but contemplative, thinking out all the options. I told you, Jay White is a thinking man's wrestler. The reputation of both men preceding them here in Louisville. Great respect shown for both athletes. Love to see that as well.
Grabbing by the hair, Jay White trying to gain an advantage here. Whoa, that means center of the ring, drop toe hold. Nice job here by Shelley. Despite how the years continue on, Shelley maintains his love of pro wrestling, his joy within the ring, and also his athleticism continues to keep pace.
Having a little fun there at the expense of Jay White. A little peck on the head, like, you know, hey, sunshine, I'm back. Remember me?
Listen, this back elbow there by Jay White, right on the ear of Alex Shelley. That'll completely disorient you. Ooh. Listen, this version of Jay White, the Switchblade, only emerged in 2017. Alex Shelley might be looking at a man that he doesn't even really recognize anymore.
Oh, 100%. And I think that's Jay White's whole point. I am not the young boy. Quite literally, I'm not the young lion that you first met.
And it's getting feisty in the corner.
It is the job of a student to best their teacher. It is a job of a student to take everything they learn and be better than when they first started. Jay White has done that and then some.
Oh, back elbow. You can hear the connection there, right to the back of the head. Now, Shelley to the left elbow. Shelley was a part of the very first Sacrifice event back in 2005.
Beautiful footwork there from Alex Shelley. As Jay White looks to get out of dodge, catch a breather a little bit. Control the pace of this matchup.
On the move, Shelley. Thought about a baseball slide. White able to evade. Now Shelley. Oh, elbow right to the throat.
You know, with all the history here, this is going to be one of those matches where both wrestlers know each other so well.
Shelley rolls back inside, resets the referee's 10 count, and continues the punishment. Shelley's having a blast right now here at Sacrifice. Mocking the name Switchblade. Oh, right to the back of the head. Some home turf advantage virtually here inside the impact zone.
Alex Shelley making a big part of his career here.
Oh, using the top rope.
And I do love, look how game Alex Shelley showed up for this matchup. That's all Jay White would ever.
Whoa, beautiful. Went for the crossbody from the apron, double knees by White.
Maybe that'll make Alex Shelley think maybe once or twice about trying to have fun with Jay White like he was earlier in this matchup.
White, maybe thinking about a suplex there, went down for the left arm, did shut it. Trying to corral the right arm now. Oh, and a backbreaker.
Shelley keep going for that arm of Jay White, focusing on a body part, but Jay has had an answer for it pretty much every single time.
And White's got to worry about the Border City stretch, that chicken wing over the shoulder crossface that we've seen over the years. From Shelley. Shelley now caught on the top rope and a little turnabout's fair play from the Switchblade.
his former mentor. Telling him he's got it. You want to play with me, I'll play with you.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, driven into the apron. Oh, this is the ruthlessness of Jay White. Making the fans endure what happens to this Impact Wrestling legend. And White rolls back inside the ring, resets the referee's 10 count.
Jay White doesn't care about that. He's here to prove that he's a legend in his own right, in his own time. Even though he's still relatively young in his career, he's accomplished so much, and he's making sure his mentor knows that.
Drops Shelley inside, into the cover, hook to the leg, and a kick out at one. Jay White at the No Surrender event, he defeated Eric Young in their first time ever clash of Violent by Design, and then later that night, completely rearranged Bullet Club, expelling Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. The Good Brothers back into the fold with the Bullet Club. So much has happened for one of the strongest factions in the history of professional wrestling.
And that's exactly why it had to happen. Jay White is carrying a legacy on his shoulders that is Bullet Club. He needs to have the very best and brightest in his clan.
Oh, cut down with a back elbow.
And if you don't make that cut, you're out. And right now, Alex Shelley is out.
The calm, cool demeanor of Jay White coming back into play. Think about a pump handle backbreaker. Collar hook to both legs and a kick out.
When Jay White gets confident, when he gets that air about him, there is no wrestler on the planet who can perform quite like him.
And you use the word air, and that is something that is at a deficit right now for Alex Shelley. This has been a great job by Jay White to attack the midsection, went after the throat at one point, trying to affect the breathing of his opponent.
Simple science, can't breathe, you can't fight.
Center of the ring was trying to set up for a suplex. Great block there by Shelley. Suffers a chop. Oh, and a forearm shiver.
Shelley showing his former friend. He's still got a lot of fight left in him.
Remember who the mentor was? It was Shelley. Dropping Jay White. Plenty of speed still.
I was just about to say. The speed, the snap.
Respect shown by the fans here in Louisville for these two wrestlers. Shelley and White here at Sacrifice. Oh, right to the face.
Now Shelley looking to send a message to White maybe that he hasn't quite learned as much as he thinks he has. That's a dangerous game to play with the switchblade.
Oh. Well, think about slice bread number 2. White. White in the corner now. Shelley sidestep. Shelley White with the quick DDT.
And that is how quickly Jay White can turn a match around.
I see Jay White there spitting up, but grabbing at his midsection. Now he's trying to get his air out.
Trying to get it back. Everybody has a little cotton mouth every now and then, especially when a match is as intense as this is.
The conditioning of these two men is fantastic. Both came in fantastic shape. Oh, uppercut by White. Oh, and a twisting suplex middle of the ring.
Could be.
Could this be it for Shelley? Kick out. There's still the mind games at play, holding up that too so White can see it.
And this is important to Jay White. He's confident, he knows how good he is.
Trying to set him up maybe for the half-half suplex. Shelley able to block it.
But silencing your teacher, putting that kind of demon, that monkey on your back, making sure you know that you can beat the one who taught you. It's a psychological thing, and Jay White needs it.
Oh, face first into the middle turnbuckle.
Shelley is not going to give that one up for free.
Both men having to the count of 10 to get back up to their feet. What a match here at Sacrifice. Alex Shelley versus Jay White.
And it's not often you see Jay White in this kind of a predicament, this much peril.
You see Shelley motioning. Come on, get back up to your feet. Shelley wants more out of White.
He wants the best out of White. Look at that, come on! What kind of teacher is this, though? Let's go.
Trapping the left arm, which Shelley targeted early on in the match. Oh,
there you go.
To the eye! Thumb to the eye by White.
What's good for one is good for the other.
The official giving a warning to Jay White.
He didn't give a warning to Alex Shelley.
Doesn't get disqualified. Oh, was trying to set him up. Shelley with a nice block. Oh.
Both wrestlers entwined, still fighting each other. And now, oh my God! I was getting ready for an exchange here between the two, but it's Jay White who simply levels Alex Shelley with a thunderous chop. And looks, you might want some more here, folks. Oh God! A thunderclap of a knife-edge chop to the chest of Alex Shelley. You talk about a machine gun, Jay White firing non-stop.
Oh, now a chop by Shelley. Shelley trying to floor Jay White. Oh, look at the chest of Shelley. Oh. It is a slugfest between these two. Here
we go.
Oh, finally able to connect. White earned that one. Oh, and a foot on the bottom rope by Shelley.
Kudos to the veteran instincts of Alex Shelley, knowing to get his foot on that bottom rope. But once again, Jay White has turned the momentum of this matchup around very, very quickly. And once again, he's got his mentor on the ground now. Got him locked, set up for that half and half.
Oh, turn it around into sliced bread, middle of the ring. Oh, and a kick out.
Out of absolutely nowhere, Alex Shelley hit that sliced bread. Check out the sliced bread here, boom! Right out of that half and half position, but Jay White manages to get the shoulder up.
Considering how deep we are into this match, Shelley made that look effortless.
Incredible conditioning from the veteran, and now he continues to fight.
Closing in on 20 minutes of competition between Shelley and White.
And there is no give in either athlete.
What a match. What a victory this would be for Alex Shelley to come out of virtually nowhere and defeat the leader of Bullet Club when so many eyes are on Jay White and the club right now.
Something on the mind of the teacher, of Alex Shelley.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Was he setting up for the Blade Runner? Oh, right to the back. Right to the counter. Shelley nearly at White. Oh, and now sending up. Going for the Border City stretch.
Trying to lock it in. Jay White is fighting with every inch of his being. He does not want this submission locked in. And Jay White, whoa, where did the Blade Runner? Could be seeing it here.
Oh, went for the Blade Runner. Now the Shelley turns it around. Now back into the stretch.
Back and forth this is going, but now it is locked in. Jay White is in terrible, terrible territory.
Is Jay White going to tap out to his mentor, Alex Shelley?
What would this do to the momentum that Bullet Club has built over the last several months? Jay White crawling, scratching his way to try to get to the bottom rope, and finally
Gets his foot on the bottom rope. That'll break this submission.
Hey, to the rope, let's go. You gotta break. Come on, hey, to the rope, let's go.
Shelley going to do it the hard way as White wouldn't relinquish. Goes back better to the left arm. Has attacked this arm throughout the match. Oh, trying to hyperextend the elbow.
trying to split the arm in half. And Jay White, you see the agony continuing.
Step up and security. And White to the outside, and he needs these precious seconds to recoup.
But Tom, I don't know if I've ever seen Jay White in this much jeopardy. Between that submission we just saw in the dead center of the ring, all the work Alex Shelley has done to the arm of the leader of the Bullet Club. And now he's going to fly!
Shelley, into the arms of White. Blade Runner face first into the apron.
Take a look, the Blade Runner right into the corner of the apron.
Count of 4 from the official. Count of 5. Both men up to the count of 10 to get back into the ring. White rolls in and resets the count.
He knows you can't win on the outside. As incredible as that counter was, you got to get this in the ring to win it.
And now White rolls inside. He wants to pin or submit his longtime trainer and mentor and friend.
Looking to put the exclamation point on a sentence. The period on that part of his career.
I'll go for one more Blade Runner. Blade Runner by Shelley. Cover! Cover! White kicked out into the
Straight into the stretch. Oh my God! The wherewithal of Alex Shelley to spin right into the stretch. And once again, Jay White in dangerous territory.
Great transition by Shelley. Now White trying to scramble. Breaks free of the submission. Blade Runner! Blade Runner! Cover! Breathe with the switchblade!
Here is your winner, Switchblade, Jay White.
We just witnessed an absolute instant classic in the Impact Zone.
It's not about the pin. You gotta have that, but it's about beating your opponent up so badly that they can't answer a 10 count.
So symbolic, seeing the Wildcat Chris Harris rip that AMW shirt in half, and Storm meets him on the ramp, and the Wildcat Chris Harris, what is that, a chain?
It looks like the handcuffs.
That's the cuffs.
He had the handcuffs. He just wrapped it around his neck. And, you're going to see a viciousness, I think, with these two. I mean, think about how incredible they were as a team. The most decorated tag team in TNA history. There's no doubt about that. And it's come to this, and man, it's now a war. Falls count anywhere. And that's what you've got to do. You've just got to go for it, and you've got to get out there, I think, in the concrete, too, to inflict as much damage as you can.
Wow, clotheslined him right over the guardrail, and here in the crowd at Sacrifice, you see him swinging those big, wild left hands connecting to the back of James Storm. Tennessee Cowboy goes up.
Oh, look at
Pretty interesting strategy.
Look at the viciousness.
He runs up 4 or 5 steps, Don, so that he has a different level, and he can fight from on top and rein in those rights.
You got to have the high ground, and you're exactly right. James Storm went for it. But now he's finding himself on the other side, and the Wildcat's going to have it. And, oh man, just slamming his face. And again, you could just see that determination. You could hear the scream, the primeval scream that Wildcat Chris Harris is giving. And, man, he's thought about this every day, laying in bed with a patch over his eye, wondering if he'd ever see it. Wait a minute.
Out.
He's going to take him all the way out of the Impact Zone.
And Storm fighting for his life up at the top row, the last row of the Impact Zone, as the Wildcat Chris Harris wanted to toss him over the top. And look at the crowd just move out of the way as these two big warriors are battling wrestling here in this Texas death match.
Oh, man, and that's exactly what Wildcat Chris Harris wants to do. He wants to beat Storm amongst the people. He wants to exact all the revenge that he can to humiliate him. And you can see the crowd loving it. He is just relentless as Chris Harris has total control right now. Oh, man, here he goes again as James Storm falls down the steps, trying to catch his balance on the rail. And the Wildcat just measuring it up, one shot after another. And again, you can see James Storm trying to get to his feet, trying to get out of the way, trying to crawl down there as fast as he can, Mike, but you can see Wildcat just stalking him. Oh, man, that'll stop in a hurry.
Tossed a drink right in his face. Surprised the Wildcat Chris Harris with that move, and then reels off those right hands. You know, we're not certain about the vision of the Wildcat Chris Harris as he quickly reverses and tosses Storm right into the wall.
Wow, an innocent bystander barely got out of the way. And then you don't know if Wildcat can really see out of that one eye still. He's probably faking the whole thing just to get out there in the ring to beat up on Storm.
That's exactly what I was getting to. What did he do? Did he just pick up the beer bottle? Did Wildcat Chris Harris? I think he picked up the beer bottle from around ringside here that the Tennessee Cowboy James Storm brought to the ring.
Well, there's nothing he'd like better than to take that beer bottle and slam it right into the eyes of James Storm. And man, he's like drinking that beer right there just to kind of like fuel the fire.
You and I had a chance to talk to the Wildcat Chris Harris about the eye patch. He was feeling, Don, as if the eye patch hindered him more than it helped protect his vision. Look out!
All the way over the rail! Oh, man! I mean, you hear this crowd going bananas. I mean, I don't know what on earth he was thinking, but look at this
Gotta
again.
take another look at this.
Come on.
You talk about high risk.
I mean, he didn't hesitate.
Here he goes.
All the way over the guardrail, right on top of Storm.
You're
wow.
right. He cleared the steel with the cross body block. Hell, he takes out Storm. He takes out security as well. Here's the pin. 3 count. That's step 1.
Now
Ladies and gentlemen, Wildcat Chris Harris has won the fall. He has 10 seconds. James Storm has 10 seconds to answer the pinfall. Starting now.
Here's the count.
Well, it's perfect. You hear the crowd counting along with him, and look at Storm as he's fighting to his feet. But man, that body slam as he just pressed him right over the rail onto the concrete.
He's at 8, and at 8, he's back up to his feet, but barely. Security's still down.
Well, Rudy Charles right there on top of things. I'll tell you what, earlier, when Wildcat threw Storm into that wall, an innocent bystander almost got creamed. It's dangerous. You got to be careful out there.
You can sense here that the Wildcat feels the level of confidence. He had it up to 8 on that count to 10 to win this Texas death match, but he's totally in control, and he's gonna go high risk again, up on top, and Storm just flings the steel chair right in his face, and look at the way Harris lands.
Oh, he did. He got himself caught up there, and what a perfect shot by Storm. And now look at this. I mean, Wildcat Chris Harris is just, there's nowhere he can go. Oh, and he just shot him right in the face. Oh, and you can hear it vibrate off the steel ring post as well. Oh, and in fact, I think it even hurt James Storm in the process, but what a smash on the face.
Who cares about if it hurt James Storm? He hit him right in the face
he
with the
busted him.
steel chair, my God!
Look at the blood pouring down. Oh, he busted him wide open. Oh, man, and now it's all Storm just planting those fists right into the face.
You're right. The series of right-hand shots by the Tennessee Cowboy right into the opened-up wound of the Wildcat Chris Harris, and now Storm going underneath the ring. It's no disqualification, so while we're PO'd at Storm, it wasn't illegal.
Oh, man, you can see he just doesn't even know where he is right now. He's trying to get his grips around him, and Storm knows it. I mean, look at him. Look at his eyes. He's dazed. I mean, if I'm Storm right now, I do a quick pin, and just there's no way he's answering a 10 count, but I think Storm just wants to inflict as much damage as he can.
Yeah, I think that's really the key here. It started with the steel chair shot, unprotected to the face of the Wildcat Chris Harris, and now the Tennessee Cowboy James Storm is going to position the table in the middle of the ring.
Oh, he's setting it up, and man, I mean, it's all Wildcat Chris Harris can do to get to his feet. And now Storm just comes right over with vicious shots to the back of the head. He knows he's got Chris Harris right where he wants him. What a shot right there to the chin.
A wild swing, but that time it connected right to the jaw with the right hand. Storm now going to try and follow up the advantage. Obviously, he's got that table put in position.
Oh, he was trying to like
from the top. What's he? I don't know. Is he going to go?
Oh, but no, he holds on. That's a great move right there. He's held on with everything that he had, holding on to the top of those ropes. And Chris Harris survives it. And you can still see it's hard for him to get to his feet.
That wasn't smart on the part of James Storm. I thought he was going to try and overpower him with a superplex. Instead, tried to Hurricane Rana. Harris wouldn't allow it, and sunset flip now. Roll through. Back up to his feet is the Wildcat. Going to go sharpshooter here, but look at Storm fight it off.
Oh, he is. He's just flailing madly. Anything he can do to somehow get some kind of leverage, as you can see. Oh, Harris couldn't get him, but that'll get you some. Just stomp the old foot right there where it hurts the worst.
Now he's got him. Oh, man! The catapult by Chris Harris, as we see James Storm head and face go right into the table, and now Storm has got the blood flowing from his head as well.
Oh, he caught the end of the metal when he got catapulted on the bottom of the table. I don't know if you can see that. He caught the metal, and it just sliced him wide open, and he's bleeding like a stuck pig. Oh, my gosh, he caught him perfectly. Look at the blood pouring down Storm's face.
Both Harris and Storm with blood flowing down their face in this Texas death match. No disqualification, and now, well, Harris used the table once as a weapon. Let's see what he's got in mind now.
You know, when you first saw it, you thought almost like the table shielded it, but you look at those steel edges around the bottom, and that's exactly just caught Storm, and I mean, he is leaking blood profusely, and what a shot by Harris.
This is where it impairs your vision, and isn't that ironic that the
point.
flow of blood in the face of James Storm is impairing his vision, much like Chris Harris had for 5 months.
Oh, he just didn't have the strength to suplex him over, and then you could see where Storm plants that kick right there. It's just a self-defense mechanism, but it works.
Storm trying to clear that sight, trying to get the hair out of his eyes, trying to get the blood from flowing into his eyes.
Now he knows what it's like not to be able to see clearly, but keep in mind that Chris Harris is bleeding in the same spot.
Storm with the boot, gonna try take him up. There it is.
The Lion of the Storm right here, and he's gonna bring him right on the table, and he does. Oh, and he's caught there where you can see oh, man, he just kind of convulsed. Just kind of convulsed right there. I think here's a pin. 1, 2, 3.
That's step one.
I don't think he can answer
Storm
the
gets
10
the
count.
pinfall. Wildcat Chris Harris has 10 seconds to get to his feet, starting now.
Just lost so much blood earlier. And then when you take a wicked shot like that, he just took it from up in the air as he just spun him around in the eye of the Storm and hit it right perfectly.
5 for referee Rudy Charles. 6 is the count.
He's trying to get to his feet.
7 is the count. You got to get up, Chris.
He just doesn't have enough in him. Wait a minute. No, he's got up.
Barely.
He barely got up just in time, and he's using the ropes to stay on his feet. Wow.
Oh, and just as he gets back up to his feet, just as he balances himself, Storm cuts him off and drops him again.
Now, what is Storm doing now at the table? As you can hear the crowd showing their appreciation for these warriors. And, oh, man, it was all that Wildcat could do. And now he's back down off of his feet. But that determination, Mike, was something else.
One table was already used by the Tennessee Cowboy, and now James Storm goes underneath the ring.
Look at the blood just
I see it. Just pouring out of his head, flowing down onto the table.
I mean, James, he just doesn't have anything left.
That you can see as he dropped down right in front of us here. The loss of blood as it just continues to flow like a faucet from his head. Try to Tennessee Jackie Moore trying to scream at him and try and cheer him on. But he's doing everything he can just to get back up to his feet and just to get that table in place.
Well, he knows he's got a quick opportunity now. He's got to take it. He knows that Wildcat Chris Harris is out on his feet. And if he's got anything left in him, he's got to beat Chris Harris now. But when you look at that loss of blood that Storm is suffering, and it is just gross to see it, you got to wonder if he has anything. If there's anything in those punches.
Yeah, but is there any opportunity here for Harris to take advantage of this opening? Because Storm's still in control.
Oh, he is, and now he's got the blood flowing down. Oh, no, he's going to try to take him over those ropes. Looked like he was going to try to eye the Storm him, and oh man, but oh, Wildcat holds on for dear life.
And then answers from the apron. Big swing, big connect first with the left, and then he stuck his head between the ropes, and Storm caught him with the boot, and then drops him face first with the DDT.
Man, you got to wonder where Storm's getting it from. Look at that, the blood just pouring out of his head. You wonder how on earth he's able to keep it going, but he is so close. And there's no way, if you can hit someone hard enough for the pin, there's no way they're getting up with this loss of blood. Oh no, what's he doing now?
Trash can gonna come into play in this no disqualification Texas death match.
Oh, he's trying to send the death shot right here. There's no doubt about it. One shot with that garbage can, and that's it.
Tosses 2 lids in, and you can see he's got to reset himself here just to get the strength to toss the trash can in.
Oh man, and you wonder how on earth he's doing it. That is just pure instinct, pure hatred right now.
Matt, what's this?
Oh, he's got a kendo stick, it looks like, in his hands.
Well, he's got the weapons in position. He's got his opponent, Harris down, and then out of nowhere with a spear.
Speared him right into the table. He waited for it to be right in front of it. He just set him up, and then he speared him right through it. Oh, what a shot! What a shot!
I think Harris was playing possum. We caught that one look in his eye, and he saw the explosive move. We gotta look at this again. Check this out. Watch the explosion here.
It's cat-like. I mean, he goes right through the ropes. He pounced right on him, and what a shot!
Oh my God! The blood continues to flow as the Pride of Tennessee, Jackie Moore, gets right in here and just knocked Harris right off a pin attempt.
Oh, this is absolutely unbelievable. As the blood flowing from Storm's face, Wildcat's got to find a way. Got to find a way to get a pin as Jackie Moore stops it.
I'm not sure that Storm is going to be able to continue much longer here.
No.
Harris has got a chair.
They're going to have to do something. They've got to stop this. As you can see, Wildcat Chris Harris has got the chair, and this is going to end it. He wants to do a death blow. All the frustration, all the things that he's done, this is his chance.
He's waiting for him to get to his feet, and he barely does. He swings, he misses.
Oh, what a super kick!
How did he do it?
Unreal! What a super kick, too! Oh, he got his shoulder up! You gotta be kidding me! How was he able to get his shoulder up? That's willpower.
How the hell did Storm get the strength to super kick him like this?
And hit it perfectly. Hit it perfectly. Unreal. Talk about the match. I mean, a Texas death match. Only thing that's keeping this. Oh, and he just smashes him with the garbage can lid.
The wild shot with the lid, but boy, it connects to the top of the head of Harrison Wade. The second he gets up, he drills him again in the top of the head and drops him.
Oh, man, I mean, you just look at that crimson mask. Oh, what a shot! What a shot by Harris as he was able to counter. Another one to the head.
I know, Don, you said they may need to stop this, but think of the 5 months that Chris Harris went through. This is an eye for an eye when it comes to the Wildcat Chris Harris.
Oh, wait a minute. We're going to see the catatonic. He's got him up. Right onto the garbage can. He's going to beat him there with the catatonic.
He's got to cover him and get the 3. Here it
goes. 1, 2, what?
You know what this is? You know what this is? This is pride. This is guts. Because neither Storm nor Harris will allow their opponent to beat them with the signature move. He kicked out from the super kick. He kicked out from the catatonic. This is unreal.
I mean, this is unbelievable, but you're right. There was no way Storm was going to let him beat him with the catatonic. There was no way Wildcat was going to get beat. Oh, Jackie Moore, somebody put a stop to her, but there's no DQ.
Oh, come on. Putting the boots.
Ah, here comes Gail Kim.
Thank God for Gail Kim.
Oh, man, and she put the knee right into the gut.
Cuff her to the pump.
Got her right here. That's how you stop it.
That's one way to do it. And put the cuffs around her and drag her ass out of here.
Oh, wait a minute. Look at the bottle. He's got the bottle in his hand as he's trying to get to his feet. Wait a minute. Looks like Wildcat's got what it is.
Harris has got a bottle. Storm has got a bottle.
They're both trying to get up to their feet. Oh, Storm gets creamed by Harris as he hits him on the head with the bottle. He's got gotta go, oh man, he just busted the bottle. What? You talk about sweet revenge. 1, 2, 3.
Now we gotta count 10.
Wildcat Chris Harris gets a pinfall. Cowboy James Storm has 10 seconds to answer the bell, starting now.
Here we go.
1, 2. Oh, there's no way.
3,
Wildcat. I think he wants to get to his feet too.
6. Count, Rudy.
7. 9. Can he get to his feet? No, he can't.
Ring the bell, damn it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Texas Death Match, Wildcat Chris Harris.
Oh my God, but look at him. He feels the joy, the exhilaration of revenge.
It started with 8, and now we are down to the final 2 in the Super X Cup Tournament Finals. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing, first of all, standing to the corner to my left, weighing in at 280 pounds, from the Isle of Samoa, this is the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe! And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing, from Gainesville, Georgia, he weighed in this morning at 216 pounds, and is TNA Wrestling's only 2-time Triple Crown winner, competing tonight for the Super X Cup. This is the phenomenal AJ Styles. Right off the top, Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels, reigning X Division champion. The question that I have to ask you right out of the box, which individual would you rather face? September 11 at Unbreakable, Samoa Joe, the phenomenal AJ Styles, when you put the gold on the line.
Right to me. Who would I rather face? Who would I rather see win the Christopher Daniels Invitational? AJ Styles or Samoa Joe? Well, truth be told, it doesn't matter who wins. It doesn't matter to me, because saying who is better, AJ Styles or Samoa Joe, to me it's like saying who's the cleanest pig in the pen. Compared to me, it doesn't matter. They are not worthy for a title shot in my eyes. You might as well just hand that trophy to me right now, because the only man worthy of holding this gold, of holding that trophy, is sitting right next to you right now, the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels.
I mean, you say they're not worthy of a title shot. If these two aren't worthy of a title shot after getting through this tournament, who is?
Exactly my question. Who is? Because so far, I don't think any man in the tournament tonight, I don't think any man in TNA.
Whoa! Look at the strength of AJ.
280-pound Samoa Joe taken up by AJ Styles, slammed down to the mat, and then he follows with a knee drop and a pin attempt. Whoa, not even a 1 count on Joe.
Well, that had to surprise Samoa Joe. That's the first time anybody in the X Division has just gone right at him and picked him up and body slammed him like that. And AJ Styles, I asked him, and I want to get your thoughts on this too, Fallen Angel. I asked him, how do you go about beating Samoa Joe? What do you do? Do you do it by your high flying? He says, no, that's not the way I'm going to do it. I'm a mat wrestler. That's how I grew up. I'm going to do everything I can to shorten the distance, to cut the legs out from underneath them. Is that good strategy?
Whoa. Well, I was asked this question before about Samoa Joe, and in my opinion...
Oh my God! Like a runaway freight train that we described him earlier, Samoa Joe with one of the most lethal, one of the most vicious, one of the most violent charging knees that I've ever witnessed in my life.
As I was saying before, Joe almost killed AJ outright. In my opinion, the best thing to do is to throw yourself at someone that's bigger than you. You don't try to muscle him around.
Look out!
Holy cow, and he just slams right into the table. Samoa Joe goes right through. He's not holding back for a second. Christopher Daniels, he is a monster. He is on a mission, and AJ Styles is down right in front of the announce table right here.
The elbow suicida by the Samoan submission machine. Samoa Joe, all of that weight, all of that 280 pounds behind that vicious move with a forearm shot. Look at the ring.
Oh, man.
Well, just like AJ Styles is deceptively strong for his size, Samoa Joe is deceptively agile for his size. We're seeing both guys go at it. Both guys, look at that.
Oh, AJ showing he's got fight in him as he shows his athletic ability. As he goes over the rail, then back over and he hits him with the classic forearm.
Both of these men are putting 110% into it. They know how important the Christopher Daniels Invitational is.
Yeah, you know what? I've got to tell you this. I don't think it has anything to do right here with this trophy. It's got to do with one thing. It's got to do with getting that belt next month. And they know that by getting there, they've got to go through each other.
Look at this. He's going to try and suplex him. Again, a 70-plus pound weight advantage.
He does it.
Got him over with the high vertically snapped it.
Well, let me clarify one thing for you, Don West.
Pin, 2 count, Joe rolls the shoulder.
It's not just about the title shot. Both of these men want my position. They both want to be the face of this company. They both want to be Mr. TNA, and in my opinion, they're sorely lacking.
Check this out. Deathlock applied by Styles. Then he bridges back with a reverse chinlock. He's trying to beat the Samoan submission machine in his own game.
Plus, he's keeping his weight on top of Joe. That's a sound strategy by AJ Styles. Keep his weight, make Joe carry his weight.
I think that's one of the keys that he pointed out, Don, when you were talking to him earlier today. He said he can't allow Samoa Joe to get on top of him and use his weight against AJ.
Good point, Mike, and that's exactly what he said. And AJ, I mean, you called it right. Oh, look at that, as AJ Styles able to get the feet up just barely, catch him around the neck and flip him over.
And one thing too, AJ Styles is definitely going to have a stamina advantage against Samoa Joe, and the more moves like that, they're going to take more gas out of Joe's tank quicker than you can think.
Oh, look at that, though. Wow. AJ on his game. As we saw earlier, that so was Joe, and we knew this was going to be a battle, guys.
Well, it's obvious that Samoa Joe has studied. He's watched some AJ Styles. He knew what AJ Styles was going to do, but AJ Styles one step ahead of him at that point.
Mr. Daniels, are you surprised that AJ's trying to beat him with a power game? Oh! He tried to go for another power move. He was cut off at the pass and just pounded down to the mat by Joe.
Well, AJ was throwing his body. He was using his body against Samoa Joe, but it's a little early in the contest. Samoa Joe had the strength to catch him in midair and throw him down with that modified STO.
That's a good point, Christopher Daniels, because the match has just been going a few minutes. Maybe if it's going a little longer, as you see Samoa Joe just climb that ladder with the ropes and level him with that knee, well, maybe the power will work a little bit better.
It benefits Samoa Joe to end this match early. His high power offense is definitely something. If he can beat AJ early, takes away the stamina advantage that AJ has.
Oh, man.
Good call.
First it's the face wash, then the 280-pounder charges across the ring, and with all of that weight behind him, a vicious knee driven right into the face that might break his nose.
I'll tell you what, Mike, I noticed that every time AJ mounts an attack, Samoa Joe is able to stop it. Yeah, AJ gets a few licks in there, but Samoa Joe uses that size to his advantage, shortens the ring up, and he's able to stop AJ.
Christopher Daniels, I think in your opinion, you talked about stamina earlier. What a leg sweep by Joe. I think you feel that the longer this match goes, it's advantage AJ.
Well, I will admit that both of these men have incredible stamina. It's true that both of these men have wrestled hour draws in their career. So it's definitely in Joe's favor, I think, to keep the pressure on AJ and make AJ wrestle his style of match rather than try and go at a high pace like AJ is used to.
You know what? I asked AJ Styles ahead of time, how many times that these two have wrestled, and you know what? On one-on-one matchups, they've wrestled twice. Guess what? As you see an unbelievable vicious knee go right to the head of AJ. They've wrestled twice, and their record against each other, 1-1.
I was in attendance at both of those matches.
Pin, 2, nonchalant cover, pick it up.
Let me tell you, those gentlemen put it all out in the ring. They fought for over 25 minutes on both occasions. We might see a match that goes all night here. I don't know. It's up to Joe, I think, to keep the pressure on AJ. AJ's going to want to lay it out longer match. Joe, however, is going to want to make AJ carry his weight and use the power against him.
First ever TNA meeting sees Samoa Joe go back to the basics. But when Samoa Joe applies a basic move like that reverse chinlock, Mr. Daniels testify it's not like any other wrestler's chinlock, is it?
Well, he's got a 60 to 70 pound weight advantage. Of course, if you're carrying that much more weight, your opponent's got much more weight than you. it's going to be a lot more devastating for you than it would be if AJ had the same hold on Joe.
Plus also the size of his hands. You mentioned it on Impact a couple of weeks ago. Just how big
this.
Powerbomb.
Oh, that's just, oh, he fights out of love. But look, he goes right into the submission.
And look at how deep Joe has got his hands above the knees. That puts extra torque on AJ's back. This could be the end of the match right here and now.
I don't know that he's going to have the strength to tap out. And look at AJ. This guy's got more heart. And look at AJ.
He's using his leg strength. He's using his legs to power out. Oh, but look how quickly Joe just swings over into the STF. This is what Samoa Joe's all about. He loves to use moves in combinations. We mentioned it earlier with Austin Aries. We're going to say it again. You see the powerbomb into the double leg crab, immediately into the STF. He puts those moves together, and that's what makes him so damn tough.
Well, that's Joe's versatility. He's thinking one step ahead of his opponent. When his opponent reverses out of one thing, he moves quickly to another maneuver. And it's just making AJ carry Joe's weight a little bit longer each time.
And that's going to take the air out of AJ, take the breath out of him, make him that much more tired quicker. But how about AJ having the presence to get that toe on the ropes right there to stop that submission? And that's what I'm talking about AJ. Don't ever count him out, because he always finds a way to get back in it.
Well, I think AJ's high flying might be the thing that Joe...
Oh, look at that. Right on the head, folks.
Inverted DDT, oh, leads to a 2 count.
Now he needed a deeper cover on that. He should have hooked the leg deeper and put more of his weight on his shoulders. That would have been harder for Joe to even kick out. It might have taken a little more gas out of Joe's tank had he done so.
Listen to the crowd showing their...
Just lay out, and let everybody hear what they're chanting.
It's almost as awesome as me defeating Austin Aries tonight. I've been defeating the world. Tonight I defeated the World Wide Web's favorite, Austin Aries. And I'm going to defeat the winner of this match on September 11th.
Did you notice Christopher Daniels didn't want us to hear that this is awesome chance?
Yeah, I asked him to lay out, and he couldn't even have 5 seconds of dead air. AJ trying to fight back. Big Joe caught him with a headbutt initially. Look at this battle. Stiff shots by Styles, and he just overpowered Joe. But I think Samoa Joe is in a tenuous position with his weight leaning back. Springboard! Oh, backhand!
Springboard senton. That's the kind of thing that's going to knock the wind out of Joe. It's going to make it harder for Joe to kick out.
1, 2, he's got it! No!
Whoa, just barely. The backsplash. Daniels called it the senton, and he was right on the money. 2 9/10.
I did notice, though, what AJ did, what you said, Christopher Daniels. He made that hole deeper right there in the pin, trying to get more of his weight on him to get his shoulders pinned, but it just wasn't enough.
The Pele kick.
I love the Pele right there, as he knows how to bring it out of nowhere.
But look at Joe. He's staying up. He's staying on his feet.
Quick roll up by Styles. Rolls back through.
Look at this power.
You know, I was curious if he could ever get him up in the Styles clash. May have been too early in the going. I don't think he had Joe sufficiently weakened. Sunset flip by Joe.
Oh, look at this.
Holy cow, they're just...
The rolling cradle. Terry Funk, what does he call it? The Texas tumbleweed? It's a pin attempt by Joe for a 2 count.
Oh, AJ Styles, though, look at this. He's dizzy. Oh, did you see him going for the Pele again, and he didn't even know where Joe was?
You're right, because he's so dazed and confused from that rolling cradle.
Look at that power edge.
His head off with that close.
This could be the end right now.
No! He gets his arm up. Samoa Joe can't believe it. There's no way he didn't get the pin right there.
Samoa Joe is the victim of a lackadaisical cover. If he had hooked the leg, that would have definitely been the end of this match.
He should have applied all of his weight right there, is what you're saying, and just not giving him any kind of a chance to get up.
But I think in his mind, he thought that he had AJ knocked out. But you're right, it's no excuse. When you're on the verge of victory, you have to do everything possible to get the 3 count. Not only win the Super X Cup trophy, but get an X Division title match with the Fallen Angel next month at Unbreakable.
Samoa Joe right there just teasing him. Oh, but you don't do that to AJ. You don't try to make him look bad, as they just trade him back and forth right here. And look at AJ, he's going nuts.
Lefts and rights and knees, and more lefts and rights from Styles. And here come the open hands, the palm thrust.
Oh, what a kick right there.
That was enough to put Joe down.
Joe's out. Joe's down.
Both down.
Referee Thomas, is he going to count? Stay on the ring. He's making the count. Where we at?
This is the most important part of the match in my mind right now. The first man to their feet. They may be in position to end this match right now.
Where are we at? Where are we at the count? We're at 6. up to a knee and using the ring ropes. We're at 9 and Styles is up to his feet at 9. What a gutsy, courageous performance by both men.
But Joe's right there. Joe is right there. And he's in position now to try his muscle buster.
Oh, no, he's got him. Buster! No! He's got him up!
No, AJ fights out of it! He fights out of it! Oh, and he kicks him into the turnbuckles right there.
AJ gonna try and take him up!
He's got him!
Up on his shoulders! He's got him in a torture rack! Who would have believed it? Torture rack by Styles!
Look at the strength! And he sends it down, and the referee gets bumped!
What happened?
Oh, AJ's got him, but the referee's been hurt!
Wait a minute, where you going, Daniels? He kicked him in the head! Referee Thomas is down and out!
I just want to see what's going on here, Mike, tonight. Just relax.
Where are you going? Referee Andrew Thomas knocked out. The feet of Samoa Joe hit him right in the head. Here's the pin. Daniels is off of headsets.
Well, Daniels is going up there to check it out.
Check it out.
The referee's not there to make the counts.
Referee's knocked out. Daniels has just slid into the ring with the title belt.
Oh, no, come on.
Took down AJ. STO'd him down. This is what we didn't need in this match.
Oh, look at this Samoa Joe. He's handing it to him. He's handing it to Samoa Joe.
But he said neither man deserved it either. Look at this. He's got the title belt. He was going to hit Joe, but Joe saw him. Joe turned his back for just a moment.
Good call right there, Mike. Samoa Joe not trusting him for a minute, and AJ wobbles up, and AJ goes right after Daniels and sends him out of the ring.
Powered him out with the clothesline.
Oh, no. But wait a minute. Oh, a nice slap right there by Joe.
Don't ever turn your back on Samoa Joe.
Oh, he's going to the muscle buster again.
Got him up. Muscle buster.
Oh, he hits it.
Is he going to go for the choke? There it is. It's cinched in. Rear naked choke. The tequila clutch. The submission move. That's gained him all these victories. That's kept him unbeaten. And AJ, oh God, he's going to have to fight through this.
He's fighting with everything he's got. Look at that. If anybody can get out of this, it's AJ. As you see how entrenched that Samoa Joe is, AJ going for the rope.